Welcome everybody, I'm Alexander Linz, head of content of WatchAdvisor.com, and we are in Basel in Switzerland, and we are having a little kind of international meeting. I am at Nomos Glashütte, so a German brand.
Yes.
Katrin Tara Bosfoy, is it correctly spelled? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
She's half Irish, half German, and I'm Austrian. So it's an international meeting, and as I just told you, welcome by the way.
Welcome to Nomos Glashütte. Thanks.
And first thing we do here in Basel is talking about Nomos. It's the first brand we're featuring this year, and I was pretty surprised, Katie, that you are launching, not you, but Nomos is launching itself in a category you haven't been before.
Well, yes, we have something really new, something very sporty from Nomos. We are famous for elegant hand-wound watches, but when you see this, you'll see something very different.
Whoops, and there we go, sport. The theme is sports. The watches are called sports.
Exactly. We have Tangente Sport in 2 versions and 1 Club Sport.
Okay. And what was finally the latest that made you, or that took you to say, okay, let's go for a sports watch? Well, what did your clients or who pushed you to go to sports watches in the end?
Well, in terms of the straps, certainly we had a lot of feedback from customers. For years we've been receiving the question, when will you finally release a bracelet?
Okay.
We'd love to have a metal bracelet, and it's something that we've never offered before, and the reason for that is we wanted to do it right. We wanted to design it ourselves, we wanted to take our time, we wanted to make sure that every detail was spot on. And what we finally came up with on this collection is a metal bracelet comprised of 145 individual parts, hand screwed together. You see there a deployant clasp as well, and that can be adjusted to any wrist by removing individual links.
Okay, so you developed the bracelet in-house?
Yes,
and you really went a step further, because honestly I've never seen such a bracelet before. It's really one of a kind.
Yes,
first time I see it done in this way. It's very smooth, it's very comfortably when you put it on your wrist, so really perfectly fits. Yeah, typical Nomos development.
Yes.
It took you a while.
It did take us some time, but attention to detail is key.
Okay. I'm pretty much surprised then, because I was trying to find the proper words when I was starting the introduction here. I'm really surprised that your clients really pushed you into the sports segment, because I always thought that the Nomos client really is looking for this decent style, for the decent sizes, for the decent type of watches you have been doing, very elegant. So it's really there are really customers out there who really say, okay, we want that kind of sport watch.
Well, you know what? Our customers love Nomos watches. They want to wear Nomos watches all the time, and with a robust timepiece like this, you really do not have to take it off the wrist. The water resistance is 100 feet, so 30 ATM. You can wear these watches in all types of conditions.
Let's make it 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, quite right. That's
no,
why it says on the dial.
Because 100 feet would be 30 meters. We'd say okay, but it's 300 meters, 1,000 feet.
Yes. Yes.
So that's absolutely okay. So you can really go and dive and go into the water if you want, and use the watch under all conditions. So the crowns are screwed?
Yes, screw down crowns in all 3 versions.
Yeah.
The Tangente version has a crown guard, as you can see there, which just adds extra protection.
Yeah, and makes the watch look even a bit bigger or more.
Yes.
Let's say, more sporty.
Yes, definitely.
And the club has a crown that has a special, let's say, it will tell you if the crown is not screwed.
Quite right.
So if you unscrew the crown, we will show that into the camera, there is a little red sign or red color appearing, telling you, okay, oops, you should probably
Yes. So in order to guarantee that high level water resistance, all you need to do is screw in the crown until the red is completely gone, and then you are safe in the knowledge that your water resistance will be guaranteed.
Okay. Then what I see is that you have been applying a lot of so-called Superluminova on these watches, because if you take them and if you move them in the light, you really see that there is a lot of
lot of depth to the Superluminova. That's true, yes. In the two Tangente Sport models, the hour markers there around the outside of the dial are actually cut out and completely filled with Superluminova. So there's going to be more lumosity than ever before. It's going to glow for longer.
Okay. Longer is what can we imagine in terms of long?
So for these two, it's 8 hours, and for this one, it's 22 hours.
Okay. When you charge it and
when it's fully loaded, yes.
We have a special black light, UV light, and we are going to make it glow afterwards, and then we are going to hold it into the camera, but I don't think we're going to see that right now. But we are going to. We are playing around with it.
Unfortunately, too bright.
Great. Last question. So I absolutely agree that there is demand for such a construction of a metal bracelet. But what happens if a customer says, "I love the watch, but I would like to wear it with a textile, leather, whatever strap"?
Well, that's not a problem. These are actually quick change straps as well, which means that you can remove them by hand and exchange them for another Nomos strap. And we have introduced textile straps, which are also very hard wearing but a bit lighter on the wrist. Of course, we're famous for our leather straps as well. So we have a range of options, and the lug width is 20 millimeters on these three models, and we have most of our watch straps in that width.
Interchangeable. So it's easy. There are two little, there's one little, how you call it?
A spring bar. So
it's a spring bar. You open it, you can detach the metal bracelet, and then you just clip in. So you can change.
You can change them if you prefer, or just to have a range of options and give the watch different looks and different occasions.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm thinking about. And maybe someone says, okay, it's cool, but sometimes I would like to have something softer on my wrist.
The versatility.
Price-wise, where do we position those watches for our audience?
So these two Tangente Sport models are €3,980.
Including 19% VAT in Germany.
Yes, so that's the final
Once again, the price?
3,980.
3,980 for the Tangente, yes.
And for Club Sport, it's 3,220.
3,220 euros, always including that 19% VAT. So if you want to calculate an international price, just take away the VAT, and then you have almost the world price, I would say.
Yes, and you can always check prices on our website.
Yeah, of course.
For any of the releases.
Of course. Very nice. The movement. We haven't been talking about the movement. No, we
haven't talked about the movement, which is really something special. It's our 11th in-house movement, neomatik date.
Okay.
So neomatik, that's a Nomos term. It means new automatic for new standard automatic calibers. Very slender with an in-house escapement, the Nomos swing system. And as date suggests, these three watches feature a date function. And because it's our own in-house design, we can put that date display wherever we like on the dial, play with it, be creative, and in these three models we thought that 3 o'clock was the best position.
I think so, yeah, and it's kind of an oversized date that helps very much to read the date. Because the most awful thing I encounter on a wristwatch is when I can't read the date. And this happens from time to time when I see dials. And
you see the hour numerals are quite large, so obviously we wanted to balance with that. But a very nice feature of the date window, which I think is quite subtle, is towards the right-hand side you see it slightly slanted, and that helps with the light. It doesn't cast a shadow then, so even in bright sunlight conditions you can always see the date even though it's cut into the dial.
I see. Great. And the color matches exactly the color of the dial?
Of course.
Very nice feature. So if the date is black, the dial, if the color of the dial is exactly the same color as of the date disc, so this is really nice. And also sometimes you see watches where the colors are too
it just doesn't quite match.
Yeah, and it looks awful.
The typography is also very carefully chosen so that they are harmonious, because we have two different typefaces in these Club and Tangente models, but we've picked the date rings to match harmoniously with the overall design of the watch.
Great. Nomos going sports. I wouldn't expect this when coming.
We love to surprise you.
Yeah. Because it's a nice size, by the way. Huh? For me, Nomos watches were, my personal opinion, some might differ in my opinion. Some might say, the guy always talks about big watches. But I like this size. This will be my watch, my new one. Great.
We're delighted to hear that.
It's perfect. No, really a nice watch. Katie, thank you so much for presenting me the sports watches. I'm looking forward to see how these watch will perform on the markets. I'm very curious to see that. If the Nomos customer is really ready to make this step into this size, first of all, and this type of watch and so on. I'm curious to see and curious to learn the next months when you deliver. When are the watches going to be delivered, by the way?
From May.
From May on.
Very important to
Yeah,
mention.
from May. So from May on you will have them. Okay, good.
Yes.
So thanks, guys, for watching this video. Thanks for being with us at Baselworld. It was the first presentation we did. If you like what we're doing, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to like our videos. If you have questions, of course, please use the comment section here underneath. Don't forget also to join us on Instagram and Facebook and, of course, on our website. Thanks a lot for watching and stay tuned.